Okay, this is the first drive with FSD in Copenhagen, in the city center. So let's go. My error, sorry. Very good. Very nice. So remember, here in Copenhagen there's a lot of bikes, so a lot of bike lanes as well. So now we will drive into the city center. Yeah, about 5-6 kilometers. So far so good. Wow, that's nice. So I'm a little bit excited about how it's doing when we get closer to the city center, because of all the bikes and all the pedestrians. So far, no interventions. And as you can see, there's a lot of bikes on the right and in front of us on the left. And someone is running a red light. did that very well. So there's a lot of bikes here on the right, so it has to have a good look at them before you can turn right, as you can see on the screen. And in front of us. So let's see how it does that. Pulling forward. Wow, that was nice. Perfect, actually. Okay, so it stops here because the intersection is blocked, so that's nice. Otherwise, people would just go right into the intersection and then they will block for the other way. You know what I mean? I mean, the car feels very confident, I must say. And I don't feel unsafe at all with having this turned on. At least not yet. But let's see. So now we're getting closer to the city center. And as you can see, more bikes, more people, more traffic. I'm just gonna look at. But as you saw, it gives you a warning quite quickly if you don't pay attention to the roads. If I look down at the screen too long, it's gonna nag me. So that's I don't know. Maybe a little bit longer would be nice, but yeah. And as I have my sunglasses on, so it doesn't seem to be bothered by that. I can still see my eyes, apparently. Bikes, bikes, bikes. So maybe there's a big hassle in Copenhagen when you have to turn right. There's a lot of bikes all the time, blocking and pedestrians. So she turned on red. That was nice. That bike over there. That's why he got confused, because he was crossing a red light. Or maybe not confused, just doing the right thing actually. I don't know what the hell is she stopping there for. Let's give it a nudge. Well, they had stopped for no reason, I don't know why. So I gave it a little nudge with a pedal. I mean, I know there was a cross walk or whatever it's called in English. But there was nobody there, so yeah. I mean, this is full self-driving, supervised. It's not full self-driving. I still have to be in control. I have to take over. Something happens. So it's supervised. Perfecto. As you can see, there's a lot of Teslas here in Copenhagen. But it's not everyone who can have full self-driving, because you have to have a Tesla, one of the latest Teslas with the hardware 4. And many of the cars here only have a hardware 3, and there's no software for them yet. Wow, that was nice. Very good. Very difficult spot to see. Those bikes, I think. So it uses the indicator a lot. I mean, even when you change lanes in the city, I don't know, it's not very Danish. I mean, of course you have to use your turn signal when you go left and right, but yeah. Even when it passes cars, sometimes I saw that. Then it uses its indicator. So now we're getting closer to the city center where the main train station is. As you see, people in Copenhagen drive like shit as well. I mean, that guy was, yeah. Look at all those people on the screen. Look like small ants. But so far, no interventions. But you at all times have to have your hands near the steering wheel. I mean, you don't have to hold the steering wheel, just have it close to the steering wheel. I don't think you can have them up here. I think it would, or maybe it does. I don't know. It's always good to have them here so you're ready if something happens. Because as I said before, it's your responsibility. I used to use the old FSD, which was really shitty. But this one is incredible. And nobody has honked at us yet. That's also very incredible. I mean, on the old system it was totally hopeless. But they have really come a long way, I must say. Just gonna have a look here. So will it? Yeah, okay. Keeps behind the crosswalk. This Model 3 there in front of us, it will not be able to have the software in the current state because it only has hardware 3, maybe older. You need to have hardware 4 in Denmark before you can use full self-driving, supervised. Because that's one of the older Model 3s, maybe from 2020 or something like that. So it's not, again, it's not all Teslas who can use this software. I wonder if it would pull over for an emergency vehicle like that. I've seen on YouTube that in the United States they do. He lost patience. So we've been driving for 24 minutes. We only made it 5.3 kilometers. Jesus Christ. Crazy, man. So very good, very good. Perfect. Straight ahead is the Copenhagen Central Station. I'm gonna turn right here. Maybe I should ask it. And on the left, over there, you can see that's Tivoli in Copenhagen. If you turn the camera, you can kind of see behind the bus. Yeah. So here, a lot of cars, a lot of tourists, a lot of bikes, a lot of pedestrians. Especially if you turn left, that would be even more crazy. But we're not doing that, we're going right and going home. You see, a lot of bikes. So let's go, yeah. Very good, Tesla. Nice. And then we're going right again. Wow. What the hell is he doing? Red. It handled that very nice. So now we're driving out of Copenhagen. Traffic. Mm. Oh yeah, I need a really nice cup of coffee when I get home. But I must say, this is fucking incredible. Sorry for swearing, but it really is. I mean, I never thought I would experience this in my life. But so far, still no intervention. Only at the time where there was, it stopped for this crosswalk, but I don't know why they did that, but it wouldn't move, so I just pressed the pedal. But I didn't disengage or anything. So that's the only time. I mean, maybe eventually it would have gone, but yeah. But no dangerous situations or anything. And it didn't do anything illegal as well. No turning on red or going against some streets. Yeah. A lot of cars. It feels very nice to sit here, and yeah, it just feels good. I mean, it feels very confident, the car, that's all I can say. I mean, I definitely feel it's not like a young guy who just got his driving license. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like it got its driver license and it has been using it for some years. So I got my FSD last night. It started with that I got this notification on my... No, I didn't get a notification. I went to the car and there was an update, navigation, map update. And after I downloaded that, then maybe an hour later, I think, yeah. Just before I went to bed, or I was going to bed, I got a notification on my phone from the Tesla app that there was a software update, and I knew it at that moment that it was the FSD. So of course I could not go to bed. I had to go out and install the bloody software in the middle of the night, and then I had a small drive last night. But yeah, I couldn't go to sleep if I hadn't tried it. Now I've been waiting for so many years. I mean, since 2020 or 2019. So of course I had to test it right away. So this video will just be unedited, I think. Maybe I will, fast speed it up when it's waiting too long, but otherwise I'm not gonna do anything smart or anything. It's just gonna be raw videos. Because it can be quite boring to sit there and watch this, because yeah, it's just driving itself. Nothing's really happened. Nothing did happen. So this is one of the main roads out of Copenhagen, going north. Well, maybe northwest, actually. So now I want me to pay attention again. It keeps an eye on my eyes where I look. So if I look too much out to the right or the left for too long, or look at the screen, it will start to give me a warning, and a blue warning. But I wonder what happens if I take my phone. If I can find my phone. It must be somewhere. Yeah, now it's nagging me again because I'm not paying attention. But that's how it should be. Okay, I found it. So, I wonder what happens if I take my phone. Yeah, it says in Danish, it says, læg enheden fra dig. It means like put the device away. So it's really keeping an eye on you. So don't do anything stupid. Usually I would go this way, but it wants to go that way, but that's fine, it's fine. So almost home. this up there on the screen means, in English it says starting, it's preparing to turn. I don't know why the text is gonna be there, because yeah, it's kind of stupid. Starting to change lanes to the right. That's what it says now. I mean, I'm not supposed to look at the screen, but it gives me information on the screen. Maybe there's an EU regulation, who knows? Not so many bikes here. I mean, I tried this route last night, and it has some problems. Not here. I'll just show you in a few seconds. Down there, when it turns left, it struggles to find the right road, but it's also a dirt road, so I don't know if it has something to do with that. It's a speed bump. Yeah, it's supposed to turn in here, but for some reason it chooses this one. Yeah, but it's fine. I'm just gonna end the video here, so I'm gonna turn it off now. So that was it. Thank you. Bye bye.